And good evening. How are you doing? I don't usually start my streams this late in the day, but I just I had a craving to stream. Oh god, the volume was a little bit loud on my end. Oh god. But I'm going to continue my story in the life and suffering of Sir Brante. And last time I had some problems with my voice towards the end of the stream because it if you talk non-stop for a few hours it's gonna affect your voice, but oh well. I'm probably gonna stream this for not as long as last time, and to keep to preserve my voice. And I might play something else after this, but we shall see. Let's continue. Oh. Oh, whoa. So we were we made the decision to follow the order of this guy who is our boss now, I guess. We lost a little bit relationship with our lady friend, but we should be fine. We had a pretty high relationship with her anyway, so we're gonna get that back pretty quick. But right now we had to please this guy. You already answer that you will follow Sir Philippe's order. It is dangerous and stupid to recruit strangers without any vetting. You will make every effort to select only skilled and reliable conspirators. You and Sophia made a mistake, but you will fix it. I will fix it. Sophia scoffs at that. Sir Elfero, however, pats you on the shoulder. Well said, Bronte. We'll do just that. As for you, Sophia, I don't suggest testing my patience any further. You're one straw away from breaking the horse's back. Speaking of straws, I believe your secret society still needs a name, right? The last straw will do just fine. It's cheap, grim, pompous. The lowborn ought to like it. Oliver, I'm leaving you in the care of our rebels. Show them how real secret chancellery agents get things done. Philippe downs the last of his flask and walks out of the print shop. Sophia follows him without saying a word. You are left alone with Oliver. He looks you over. We're gonna get along just fine, Bronte. Don't you worry. Well, now we are on very neutral relationship with Philippe. And we got a little bit minus with Sophia, but we will get that back to maximum soon. It's still really high, so it's gonna be fine. Alright. what's up next. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like that sound. Ugh. The last straw is growing stronger by the day. More and more names are being added to your list of potential recruits. Dress fancy tomorrow, Brante, but don't look too rich. We're going to a salon, a gathering of young poets. Ooh. They're all commoners, mostly new believers, so they think they aren't defying their lot by writing poetry. This will be their first meeting ever. I say we take a gander. Who knows? They could be useful. Oh god. Oh god. People. Ah! You go to a small building in the very heart of the city. The first floor was once a tavern, but it has been converted into a stage with benches for the audience. The place is noisy and crowded. Those who cannot find a seat squeeze into the spaces between the benches. You and Sophia stand in the back corners, far away from each other. A young man in a threadbare jacket makes an announcement. Welcome to the first weekly gathering of the Anisot Poetry Society. The poets are all young men and women. They take turns walking up to the stage from the benches to read a poem or two of their own creation. They look humble and shy at first, but as they reclaim their stanzas, their voices ring with sudden strength and daring fervor. A mighty giant with his head held high, his heavy tread, his trained and measured stride. He is an effigy of low-born life, with naught but chaff and rags and dust inside. By low-born labor granted food and clothing, he is indeed a terrifying sight. But look behind his eyes, and you will find not grandeur or renown, but fear and loathing. Behold the azure skin, the bread contempt, their fast long turned to ash, their blood bled, their majesty in flames, their mantles rent, ensconced in diamonds white and rubies red, the glimmering giant rots, his essence spent, the gems may glitter, but the husk is dead. The poems recited on stage display exceptional variety, rhymed couplets, blank verse, short stanzas, lengthy cantos, pathos-laden ballads, vulgar screeds, humorous epigrams, scathing tirades. But in each and every voice you hear the same pain, the same weary ache, born of servitude, the gnawing grievance with the gods, the simmering rage against the empire, and dreams of another destiny, another life, another existence. A commoner, the word is like a brand. The twins themselves once told me to be silent. I want to scream, can't take this anymore. The misery around me knows no end. The gentle folk must just beat us and demean us, the young, the old, the poor, the sick, the tired. They tread upon us, gazing at the heavens that feed upon our sweat-soaked suffering. Every poem fills the room with loud applause. Every line resounds in people's hearts. This much is clear from their faces. Some mark every word and verse with a nod, while others cannot hold back tears. With the zeal of preachers guiding their flock to their lot, these young poets chastise the ills of worldly life with every word they utter. You join in the applause, like it or not. Their poetry hits home. Some of the poems are crafted so well, you find yourself eager to read them. This kind of poetry would be in great demand here in Anisot. What a shame no print shop would agree to publish it. Oh, but we have a print shop. I don't know if this I feel like it would get us in trouble though. But anyway. Later that night, you rejoin Sophia to discuss what you have seen. I've never heard anything like that before. I'm used to nursery rhymes and bawdy drinking songs, but this is something else. You cannot help but nod. The meeting was like a sermon, and the poet's words hit as hard and as true as the sacramental lash. And the audience, you recognize the look in their eyes. People look at Sophia just the same way every time she uses her magic. The thing is, they have no magic, but they can see the truth, and they talk about it so well, you can't even stand it. Well, what can I say? I'm glad we went. Those kids could easily spark a riot with just a rhyme or two. But the question is, what are we supposed to do with them? That's a good question. Yeah, like I said, it is a good question indeed, a difficult question. Those young poets are at their strongest when they speak from the heart. Trying to tame their ardor would be like playing with fire. You could recruit them, but it will not be easy to use them. If you cannot keep them in check, one day they will inevitably incite a rebellion. Maybe it would be wiser to nip this in the bud and put an end to their society right now. The secret chancellery could easily deal with them, but you could also report them to the prefecture. The gendarmes would take care of them in no time. Or maybe you could pass the case along to father. It might do his career some good. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Choices. No. Or perhaps this all seemed so new, so unknown. Is there any other way you could harness this strange new force of nature? I could recruit them. Or let Philippe handle them. I don't want to do that one at least. Publish a book of their poetry. Oh. Ooh. I kind of wanna publish a book. I want the money. Because I spent a lot of money last time. It's gonna decrease the spy network a little bit, but yeah, I'd rather have a good relationship with Sophia. I'm gonna publish. You ask Gloria to help you get in touch with the poets so you can print the compilation of their works. Let's see. With a smile, you assure Sophia that you know a way to harness their youthful ardor. Oh yeah? Okay, do it then. In spite of her lowly lot, your sister has been writing poems and stories ever since she was a little girl. As Gloria grew up, she easily found like-minded friends, poetry-inclined commoners like her, and you saw a number of her friends on stage tonight. Now that you think about it, you half expected Gloria to be there as well. Like home you tell your sister how impressed you were by the Poetry Society. As the owner of your own print shop, maybe you could compile their works into a book of poetry. It would be the Empire's first book of poetry, written by commoners. Mhm. You can turn a handsome profit and make the poets famous all over Magra. Would Gloria tell her friends about this idea? Wow, I never thought you'd have the nerve to try something like this. Sure, I'll have a word with my friends. I'm sure many of them will be interested. Yes. But there's one thing. They'll never use their real names in the book. Otherwise they'll get into trouble with the prefecture or the secret chancellery. Actually, are you sure this is a good idea? Can you really trust the people at your print shop? Maybe you should do all the work yourself at night. That way nobody will know. And you'll have to distribute the books in secret too. You shouldn't put your freedom at stake for the sake of coin. Not to worry, you assure Gloria. You have thought of everything. The poets' real names and the origins of the book will remain a secret. I can't tell you how happy this makes me. There are so many talented poets in Anisot, and they never even hoped their works would see print. They'll treasure your gift forever. Oh god. It does not take you long to get started. The compilation entitled The Voice of Anisot is soon ready. You instruct Alida and the other last straw spies to sell the books in secret all over the city. Will do, Repo. When it comes to this job, young Alida is even more eager than ever. After all, many of the poems in the book are dedicated to the suffering of those who struggle against tyranny, including those who died in the Eterna after the trial of the 50. You sell several hundred copies in a matter of days and receive many requests to print more. Popular, rare, and banned by the authorities, the book turns a significant profit. You keep working on new print runs and sell them easily, even at 3 times the price of a normal book. The poems are quoted all over town. They are declaimed by young people in the squares and on the streets. They are put to music and sung in taverns. They are written in paint and soot on the walls. More and more young people recite them instead of prayers. I want to scream. Can't take this anymore. Yay, we are not poor anymore. I mean, yeah. I spent a lot of money last time. Ooh. I'm close to getting the master manipulator status. Let's see. Oh. Wow, I'm still like only 21 years old. Let's see. 2 powerful lords have been struggling for power in Magra for over 2 years now. The new overseer of the province, Gaius Tempest, cannot seem to rein in the obstinate spirit of Archduke Tarquinius Milanides. Unwilling to accept that he is no longer the overseer of Magra, the Archduke still stubbornly continues to assert his right to rule the province. Most of the Magran gentry who swore allegiance to him generations ago remain loyal to him even now. Gaius Tempest has publicly demanded that the Archduke recognize the overseer's rule as legitimate. I am the voice and the will of Emperor Uther II in the province of Magra. All lands, deeds, and titles notwithstanding. Archduke Milaninus must obey his sovereign's will and heed his decree. I hereby extend to the Archduke an offer of peace. Should the Archduke cease his insubordination, his lands, deeds, and titles shall remain his own. The Archduke's response to the overseer was openly defiant. Since the days of yore, the land of Magra has belonged to the Milanidas dynasty. We are part of the empire, and we are the emperor's loyal servants. However, our dynasty will not stand for such intrusion upon our lawful rights and privileges. Never before has an archduke been stripped of his right to represent the emperor's rule in his own province. So do not forget, Sir Overseer, that the highest noble families of Magra have sworn fealty to me alone. What is that word? Neither the Archduke nor the Overseer will relent, but both are too powerful to be readily disposed of. The bad blood between the two Archnians has festered for too long, and the common people have begun to pay the price for their strife. Stripped of the Overseer's tax privileges, the Archduke Milanidas has decided to impose his own levy upon the citizens and villagers of Magra. The commoners are now forced to pay taxes twice, first to the Overseer and then to the Archduke. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. This double burden is too much for the common people of Magra to bear. Many have refused the second tax outright as a lawless measure, but the Imperial Legion, led by young Darius Aton, is ruthless. Eagerly and without mercy, the Legion soldiers collect the Archduke's due in cities and villages alike. Oof. That's not good. Oh? This last year has been an ordeal for your family. The pains taken to be ennobled by the sword, the close attention of the city, aristocracy, the squabbles between Stefan and Gloria. Tonight your preoccupied father has gathered the entire family around a table in the backyard. The sun has almost set, and there is a soft breeze. But instead of a meal in the open air, you are going to attend a family meeting. In the middle of the table, you see an open gilded box. It's full of jewels. Oh. Archduke Milanidas himself has bestowed this gift upon us. It is a surprise indeed. I thought you all had a right to know. Father unfolds a letter lying beside the box. Sir Repo, I bestow this precious box upon you and your family as a symbol of the care with which I treat the people of my province. Pray accept this gift and remember with whom the loyalty of the true nobles of Magra lies. Archduke of Magra, Tarquinius of the Milanidas. The family stares in amazement at the jewels sparkling in the last rays of sunshine. It's worth quite a fortune, but the Archduke is fully aware that I am on the side of Prefect Elborn and Overseer Gaius Tempest. Could he really expect our loyalty to be bought so brazenly? On the other hand, the Archduke is not demanding anything of us, and our family has borne a lot of expenses recently. Are you talking about about the stuff I bought last time? Oh well. Father, no one is forcing you to side with Milanidas. Who are we in comparison to the Archduke anyway? We must not anger him by refusing his gift. The jewels are certainly welcome. They are worthy of being shared with the best families of Anisot. They will pave our way to the nobility of the sword. Mother shakes her head glumly. Oh, Robert, I have a feeling this gift bodes ill. It may be an impertinence on my part, but I do not want our family to be indebted to the Archduke. Certainly not. Accepting gift from Milanides, he is infamous for oppressing the commoners and robbing villages blind with his taxes. This isn't your decision, Gloria. It's a matter of our family's honor and reputation. Please don't start bickering again. Let Repo say what he thinks we should do with this gift. Yes, I will decide for you. You are the center of attention now. Your vote will be the deciding factor. Oh. Seems like I don't have any other... I don't have any other... I don't have any other options than to sell them. I guess because I don't have enough points. I mean, I'm not meeting the conditions. I would need to have more diplomacy points and a better relationship with Stefan, and I don't know what. I guess I would need to have better relationship with father to be able to decline the gift, I guess. So we're gonna just have to sell them, but damn, it's gonna lower the unity of our family a little bit. You accept the jewels from the Archduke in order to sell them for a good price. You speak. You insist that the Archduke's jewels should not be declined, but they must not be given away either. Your family treasury needs an infusion of cash. The family's wealth is as important in the eyes of society as its noble reputation. I don't know, Repo. Money comes and goes, but our family honor is here to stay. You object, reminding him that in your own lifetime the family has already fallen out of favor and risen again. For the nobles, a family's reputation is just another form of currency. Exactly. Is there truly nothing more important than money and reputation? Archduke Milanides is a villain like no other. Our family ought to stay away from him. I would have declined the gift, but I didn't have enough relationship to do that. Damn it! I'm sorry. Simmer that down, Gloria. I agree with Repo. Let it be so. I'll send a note to the Archduke expressing our humblest gratitude, but I'll also point out that I don't mean to change sides. I still serve my prefect and my overseer. In the meantime, Repo will see to the family coffers. Whoa, what was that sound? I don't like it. You promptly take the precious box and go inside to start taking an inventory of the jewels. Mother, Gloria, and Nathan follow you with forlorn looks. You sell the jewels and easily amass a considerable sum. Your efforts have now ensured that the family treasure will not run short anytime soon. We are closer to being much more rich now. But we are in the brink of getting into disagreements in the family, so I hope I can keep the unity in our family, because I would like, I don't wanna fight in the family. Let's hope. goes well. Whoa. I always get spooked by those sounds. You and Sophia have accomplished a lot over the past year. The last straw now consists of half a dozen cells that know nothing about one another. You have several informers gathering rumors and news. Many citizens support your cause and are ready to help. The ranks of the underground society include honest rebels eager to bring the empire down, as well as thieves and thugs willing to break any law as long as they get paid. As more and more people join your insurgency, rumors begin to spread throughout the city. It will soon become impossible to conceal your existence. The last straw desperately needs a public figurehead, someone to act as the patron of your secret society. My tongue just likes to tie itself up sometimes. Anyway, someone who can justify your existence to the authorities. Oh, you choose Mayor Egmont. He has earned a fortune and made a name for himself thanks to his silver mines, and now he is the leader of the Magron Lesser Quorum. Rumor has it he is eager to get in touch with someone from the underground. If there was ever a time to meet, it is now. Fortunately, you know people who know people, and soon enough you arrange a meeting. An empty warehouse late at night. All the workers have gone home. A dim lamp is the only source of light in the spacious facility. The two of you are alone here, free from prying eyes. Up close, Egmont turns out to be a broad-shouldered, middle-aged man in a pricey frock coat. He wears no jewelry, but his beard and mustache are well kept. Only the grey hair at his temples betray his age. He offers you a warm, rough hand. It is the calloused hand of a man who has had to work all his life. You shake it readily. The industrialist offers you a seat at a nearby table. Truth be told, young man, I know your family quite well. I had the honor to be introduced to your grandfather back in the day. Unfortunately, Sir Gregor Bronte wasn't exactly delighted to meet me. But your father, he's a staunch supporter of Elborn. We've often seen eye to eye, he and I. Let's see if you and I can find some common ground too. I'll be frank with you. I know quite a bit about what you're up to here in Anisot. You built yourself a functioning underground society, and you've done it very quickly, all without getting caught. I'd say you got an eye for business. But tell me, why are you doing all this? What's your goal? What are you trying to achieve? Please be sincere with me. I'm the last man who wants to see you reported to the secret chancellery. You are prepared for this question. Well, I wasn't. Oof. Egmont listens carefully as you give him a short speech of the coming rebellion against the Empire, first in Anisot, then in Magra. When you are done, the industrialist lets out a sigh. Ambitious, determined, but utterly senseless. Let's say you do manage to ferment an uprising against the Archduke, against the Overseer, even the Emperor himself. Well, what then? What are your demands? Who do you want to listen to them? If you ever negotiate or make a deal, then with whom will you do it? What about your terms? And what will your relationship with the Empire be like if your revolt succeeds? So far, Repo, I've heard no answers to those questions. To be honest, I'm quite confident you don't have any answers. But fortunately for you, I do. There's also one self-evident fact I'd like to bring to your attention. Whenever someone discusses authority or power within the Empire, there's one thing that never seems to raise any doubt. Prefects and commanders, magistrates and overseers, they are always nobles. Any position of power, only for the nobles. Landowners, always nobles. Who rules over Anisot? Overseer Tempest or Archduke Milanidas? No one can say for sure these days. Either way, no matter who they are, nobles rule the city. But a city isn't a castle or a fortress. A city is more than the sum of total of its walls and buildings. A city is its people, commoners who work and trade and live there. There always have been and always will be more of us than the nobles. We are this city, Bronte. You've never been to a meeting of the Lesser Quorum, have you? I won't bore you with the details. Let me put it this way. It's the only place where the common estate has the same rights as the nobles. Sure enough, there's arguing, there's contention, there's a fight every time we meet. But as we argue, as we contradict each other, we find a new way, one that takes everybody's interests into account. But unfortunately, right now the Lesser Quorum only has the authority to discuss issues related to taxation in the province. But if you and I come to an agreement, this will change. I've spent most of my life making the idea of the Quorum a reality, and I swear to you on my life that it works. This is the only way to bring something new to the Empire, by giving the commoners and the nobles the same power. Egmont is shouting now, his eyes shining with excitement. He's utterly engrossed in his idea, and you feel he actually believes what he says. And here in Magra, we have the chance. We had no way to do it in the past, back when Archduke Milanidas was in charge. But now Gaius Tempest represents the Empire's authority in Magra. Tempest still can't find a way to share power with Milanidas. He needs all the support he can get. And you and I, we can give him that support. And Repo, are you aware of how Gaius Tempest ended up becoming the overseer of Magra? He was too progressive for the capital and his fellow Arknians. He went too far in his attempts to make nobles and commoners equal under imperial law, and he was exiled to Magra for his troubles. And yet Gaius Tempest has never abandoned the idea of making the estates equal. He was the one supported the creation of the Lesser Quorum. He is well disposed toward a lowly estate and tends to listen to reason. We can make him our ally, and your uprising could be the deciding factor. If we can manage to seize control of the city and hang on to it, if we can prove we're able to run Anisot, if the citizens show us their support, then we'll have a lot to offer the overseer. In return for making Anisot a free city, a city-state if you will, governed by the Lesser Quorum, we'll recognize Gaius Tempest's authority in Magra and support him in his power struggle against the Archduke. If nobles and commoners come to govern a city together, in just a few short years it will become so obvious to the Empire how advantageous this arrangement is. And then the old traditions will have no choice but to set them aside. Oh god, it's still going. He's talking so much. I need to drink some water before I continue. Whew. I understand that things like this take time, but as you prepare for the revolt, I'll support your underground movement with all the power and funding at my disposal, as long as you say you'll walk toward this future with me. Whoa. Stop sighing into my ear. Mayor Egmont lets out an exhausted sigh. Delivering such a fervent speech is no easy task for a man his age. After a moment of quiet, you agree. Yes, you say, this is a future worth fighting for. The last straw will support Eggman's plan. You promise to spread his vision of the free city of Anisot, first among the rebels, then throughout the city, starting immediately. You shake hands. Yay! We shall be allies now. Once the conversation is over, you leave the warehouse and walk back through the dark streets of Anisot. You have made a promise. But what are you actually going to do? There is a kernel of truth in Mayor Egmont's words. The aged industrialist's plan could actually work. This is no longer just a pointless revolt doomed to fail. Dangerous thoughts begin running through your mind. Would it be best to abandon the idea of the free city of Anisot and report this meeting to Sir Philippe? Oh. I'm gonna... I kinda wanna keep it secret, you know. I don't know if this is gonna put me in more trouble. Probably yes, but I'm gonna just have to deal with the consequences, I guess. It's gonna be secret from my boss. Oh boy. In your report to Philippe, you claim that Mayor Egmont was more... Just swear allegiance to everybody, what could go wrong? Yeah. Whatever could go wrong with that? And hello, Tortilla. And welcome. Yeah. I'm still gonna try to do my best to pick according to my character's beliefs, yeah. I'm not gonna... I really like doing the secret stuff. I'm not really into the noble things that we have. But it would be interesting to try. It would be interesting to try the noble path. Did that on my first playthrough and this character died early and horribly. Ooh. Ooh. This is my first time playing this game, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. In your report to Philippe, you claim that Mayor Egmont was more careful than you expected. Your attempts to come to an agreement with him were unsuccessful. You claim that the industrialist is putting money into the struggle for commoners' rights, but cleverly disguises it as charity. In the end of the report, you assure Philippe that you will find a way for the secret chancellery to connect Egmont's actions to underground activities and the brewing revolt. However, you cannot do it right now. You expect Philippe to reply with a furious letter. But as the days go by, you do not receive a single word from the secret chancellery advisor. This silence feels more menacing than any threat. Oh no. I'm scared now. Okay. We are doing the secret plot with Mayor Egmont. Yes! And we are in the affluence range of wealth. I don't know. I must confess, I don't think I have ever heard the word affluence. Ooh. You joined Egmont in his secret plot to start a rebellion in the city. Yes. Gotta love secrets. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, mysterious. Night is falling over Anisot. The stifling heat gives way to an eagerly anticipated freshness. After a day at work, you stroll home at a leisurely pace. You turn down a side street that you have known since you were a little boy. It is as if your legs are acting on their own accord, bringing you to the place of your childhood play. The remains of the remnants of the wooden fort. So much has changed since the days when you used to play here with your little friends. Engrossed in your memories, at first you fail to notice that you are not alone here. A tall figure in the uniform of a Legion officer approaches you. You see unruly brown hair and a twinkle in his eye. It is Thomas. Ooh. Bro! Our bro is back! Now that is a surprise. Hi Bronte, fancy running into you the moment I'm back in town. Your childhood friend puts his arms around you. Our battalion got transferred here recently. You are under the command of the Magro Legion now. I'm keeping the peace and maintaining order in my very own province. Well, why don't we catch up? Let me buy you dinner. We'll have a little chat. Remember the old days. Thomas cuts himself short. You suddenly notice how much older he looks. His face has become sharper and rougher, and his eyes are filled with exhaustion rather than their usual mischievous sparkle. I should warn you though, Repo. I ain't the best company nowadays. I've managed to get myself some powerful enemies already. I'm a friend who could taint your good name, so if you'd rather not be seen with me, well, I understand. The smile on his face starts to fade. Why? Why would I walk away? Why would I walk away? I really want to have dinner with my bro. You aren't about to miss a chance to spend some time with your old friend, no matter what kind of danger he's in. Yeah! That's right. You give Thomas your hand. You shake hands firmly. So you haven't forgotten your old friend, Bronte. That's the way it ought to be. Well, come on then. Ooh. You go to a tavern, reminiscing about your childhood antics on these very streets along the way. You choose a table in the far corner of the tavern. Thomas orders a bottle of good wine and some food. You talk about your latest case, about your first years back in Anisot. You share family news, your quest to become nobles of the sword, the quarrels between your elder brother and sister, your mother's health. Thomas nods with concern. Sounds like you had some tough times. Your family has always been different. Mine, on the other hand, is the same as it ever was. My pa is always in his workshop, and my ma's always doing chores. But look at me. I came home a service class nobleman, although it doesn't bring me much joy anymore. Thomas is suddenly grim. You ask your old friend to share his troubles with you. He quickly glances around the room and lowers his voice. Well, I'm a captain in the Macron Legion now, and who's our commander? His Excellency Darius Aton. That's right. I serve under the very same Arcnian whose toes I stepped on back in Eterna. And you better believe he remembers me. I'm afraid things are gonna end real bad. But hey, I'll figure it out somehow. Don't trouble yourself over it. Apart from that, well, it's the usual service. We impose order in uppity towns and villages, protect the province, that sort of thing. And we run drills all day long, obviously. If only you knew how sick I am of them barracks, Repo. I've thought about starting a family. My ma keeps telling me to find a nice girl to marry. She says it's high time I got hitched. It is completely dark and you are still talking. Finally, Thomas remembers that his parents are waiting for him. You get up from the table, leaving some dirty dishes and quite a few empty bottles behind. On your way out, you catch a glimpse of a nondescript figure following you to the door. Oh. As you walk alongside Thomas through your home neighborhood, you keep glancing over your shoulder, but the shadow that was following you has disappeared. You reach your street and stop for a while in the semi-darkness between your family homes, just as you used to all those years ago. Bye, Bronte. I hardly ever come to Anisot these days. Our battalion is always on the march, all over the province. But twins willing, we'll see each other again real soon. You advise your friend to safeguard his every life. Yay! We have full relationship points with Thomas. Oh no! Oopsie. Our reputation isn't doing very good, so oop. Alright. Ooh. I have full willpower though. Ooh. Nice. The gunpowder plot? Uh-oh. You are sitting on a solitary bench in a gazebo in the Archduke's garden. Tall lanterns spread their dim glow in the cool evening air. When Gaius Tempest became the overseer of Magra, one of his first edicts granted the commoners entry to the Archduke's garden. At the time, many Magrans saw this gesture as a sign of future change. But unfortunately, the right to visit the Archduke's garden is the only new right the commoners now enjoy by the grace of Overseer Tempest. It does little to ease the burden of double taxation or the need to work the mines without gunpowder. Whoa. A serpentine stone-paved road leads to the gazebo. Many flower beds are nestled in the bends and coils of the elaborate path. In the distance on the other end of the path, you finally see Sophia's silhouette. She takes a look around, then steps over the low fence and walks to you through the flowers. I had trouble finding you here, Bronte. Let's meet in one of the usual places next time. It isn't safe here. You agree, although you are sick and tired of the stuffy basement rooms and trash-filled ruins where you typically arrange to meet the leaders of the last straw cells. Okay, let's get to it. The last straw needs gunpowder. We could really use some. If we had gunpowder, we could blow up the Emperor's statue in the Golden Square, or the wall of the city armory. There's all kinds of stuff we could do. The thing is, you can't find it anymore. Even owning it is forbidden, thanks to the overseer. Macaron industry has had to swallow a bitter pill and trade their fancy new gunpowder for good old shovels. Except not everybody got rid of it. Lucky for us, right? That new friend of yours, Mayor Egmont. He's a resourceful fellow. He started buying gunpowder by the barrel some 20 years ago to work the mines. They still use it in his mines, but late at night so nobody finds out. There's a warehouse where they keep mountains of that stuff around there. We need to get our hands on it. If we can get Mayor to hand it over on his own, all the better. But if he digs his heels in, we'll just pay the warehouse a visit and grab it. Done deal. What do you say? Sure. I'm gonna make a deal. Mayor Egmont has every reason to trust you. You are confident you can convince the old industrialist to share some of his gunpowder with the underground. Sophia can rest easy. You promised to get her the gunpowder. All right, Brante, I leave this up to you. You are meeting with Mayor Egmont in several days, for the fourth time this month, in fact. After the deal you struck at the warehouse, you have to maintain utmost secrecy every time. You arrive at the usual meeting place, the Black Bread Tavern. The thick drapes hide your table from prying eyes. Egmont is already there, ready to begin his usual dinner. Roast goose with vegetables and a pitcher of young wine. Mayor consumes his food without any obvious pleasure. It must be an old habit. After all, pleasures are forbidden to the common estate. You cannot help but imagine grandfather's outrage at seeing such a lavish feast for a lowly man. After a brief exchange of pleasantries, you get down to business. Your people need gunpowder, and you know that Egmont has some. The aging businessman puts down his knife and fork and dabs at his lips with a napkin. His eyes, however, study you intently all the while. How do you know that, Brante? Who else knows what you just told me? I trust you, but can I trust your people? You assure Egmont that his secret is safe with you. But sooner or later, the secret chancellery will find about the illegal use of gunpowder in his mines and exploit it as leverage against him. The industrialist's fingers drum a nervous rhythm on the table. He sighs. You're right. The risk is too big. I suppose I'll have to keep my appetites humble, even if it means closing down several mines. As for your request, I don't think I can agree. Gunpowder will make it obvious that I was involved. I'm not going to ask how you plan to use the explosives, but you're bound to make some noise. The secret chancellery will take note of it, and then they'll come after me for sure. But you are already plotting a revolt, you tell Egmont. This path leads to the gallows, one way or another. If the revolt fails, there is no way to escape execution. The die has been cast. Victory or death. It is too late to be afraid of the Empire now. And when explosions shake the city, your destiny will be decided on the streets, not in the dungeons of the secret chancellery. Egmont thinks for several minutes, then finally decides. Very well, Brante, you speak the truth. This is worth the risk. I'll give you 5 barrels of the powder and get rid with the rest at once. Good luck out there, Brante. Use this weapon wisely. And be careful with it. Gunpowder is an insidious and unpredictable force. It doesn't care who or what it destroys. A few days later, you transport the barrels to your secret warehouse. No other soul must ever know where you are hiding this perilous cargo. The power of destruction now rests in your hands. You feel excitement and a touch of dread. Alright. We have a little bit more diplomacy. Oh. Yay. Alright. What's next? Ooh. Today is a big day for the Bronte family. The day your family line started. The day when you remember all your ancestors. Tonight everyone who bears the name Bronte must descend into the family crypt to keep vigil by the tombs. This is the time to surrender yourself to your ancestors and hear their will. The entire family prepares for the event in silence. Stefan has been choosing his apparel since the morning, praying anxiously under his breath all the while. The heir has a special place in the family vigil. Even mother is planning to go with you, though father tries to talk her out of it. Lydia, I beg of you, stay home. You are far too weak for an all-night vigil in the crypt. Gloria, would you be so kind as to stay with your mother, since you cannot join us anyway? Gloria answers with a muffled voice. As you wish, Sir Robert. The late Sir Gregor would only be enraged to see Mother there. We all remember how their last encounter ended. Father nods curtly, avoiding Gloria's gaze. But at that moment your attention is drawn to a noise in the foyer. Nathan staggers through the door, stumbling over his own feet. Oh no, it reeks of cheap wine and filth. I'm not late, am I? Everyone gazes at him in consternation. Nathan almost falls into Mother's and Gloria's arms. Distressed, they fuss over him. Stefan eyes his youngest brother coldly. I expected nothing more of you, Nathan. Why even speak of duty to your family when you can't even manage to live by the commoner's lot? Go lie down in the pantry and stay out of our sight. Father, Repo, it's time. Let's go. Oh, damn. Alongside Father and Stefan, you descend into the family crypt. You cannot help but remember paying your last respects to your grandfather 9 years ago. You light the lamps. Dim, eerie flames illuminate the shrine. In the middle of it stands a magnificent stone tomb containing the long-decayed remains of Gregor Bronte. You take your places around the crypt and kneel. The all-night vigil has begun. At first, your ancestors remain silent. Each of you is left with their own thoughts. Then a low murmur passes around you. The shadows in the corners of the room deepen. The voices grow stronger. You know that the ancestors of Gregor Bronte, long forgotten commoners whom you never knew, are trying to talk to you, but now a memory of them has come to life in the darkness of the crypt. They are pleading for something, demanding it of you, calling out to you, screaming. Finally you all hear that painfully familiar, deep, imperious voice echo from the far end of the chamber. It's been a long time since I've seen you all. I hope you bear good tidings. All this time, I've been waiting for you to fulfill my mission. Remember, as long as I am in your blood, I will give you no peace. I did not have my family ennobled just to see our line cut short. Our blood tide must join the grand flow of the empire, and then each of my descendants will inherit nobility forever and ever. But I do not see any of you before my tomb. Where are you hiding? Where is the head of our family, the man who will speak to me? Where is the man who will heed my will? Father rises from his knees and makes his way toward grandfather's stone tomb. Oh, the source of that booming voice. But Stefan suddenly pushes him out of the way. Father takes an indignant step forward, but Stefan firmly bars the way. Stop it, Stefan. You are my heir, but you are not the head of this family. Father, it is not you that Sir Gregor is addressing. Earning the nobility of the sword is my duty to him. He has long forsaken any hope of seeing you achieve it. You must understand that I am the one who will fulfill that duty. Oh no. Stefan does not let him pass. Father breathes heavily in anger. You can all but feel the frantic beating of both their hearts resonating somewhere within you. Both your father and brother seem to have forgotten that you are here too. Even the restless voices of your ancestors have grown hushed, waiting for the outcome of this confrontation. Let's see. I don't wanna side with Stefan, so I'm gonna side with father. You block Stefan's way. Your ponderous voice fills the dark crypt. You may demand that your brother step back. The head of your family is your father, Robert Bronte, and so it will be as long as he lives. Could your brother have forgotten that it is part of the noble lot to acknowledge and honor seniority? Your father is the man who must hear and accept your ancestors' will. Stefan tries to maintain his composure, but even in the dark you can see his face twitch. Brother, you don't understand. I am not defying father's seniority, but I am the man who bears this duty to our grandfather. I cannot remain a mere witness while the future of our blood tide runs through our fingers. You resolutely push your brother to one side. Whether he wants to or not, he will give way to the head of the family. Father catches his breath and approaches grandfather's tomb. So, it's you, Robert. Have you come to disappoint me yet again? Stefan is right. I have not put my hopes in you for quite some time. If anyone will lead the Bronte family to glory, it will be my grandson. Stefan clenches his fists and whispers something to himself. I am doing my utmost, father. We are closer to becoming the nobles of the sword than ever before. The overseer looks upon us with favor. Just a couple more years, and your dream will come true. This must be your dream too, Robert, but you still cater to your foundlings, Lydia and Gloria, risking a permanent blemish upon the Bronte name. My name. Dead though I may be, my will lives on. Heed it at last. Get rid of the trollop Gloria and devote yourself to your true family. Otherwise you will lead our family to shame and ruin. Father hesitates for a moment. No, father, this is impossible. Even if I must defy your will, I am responsible for Gloria. My honor and my conscience will not allow me to do what you demand. You must accept this or keep on fighting me for all eternity. The voice of your deceased ancestor fades away. He seems to have left this realm, but then his voice suddenly booms from the other side of the crypt. Stefan, you are the heir of this family. Your duty by blood is to earn us a place in eternity. Do not take after your spineless father. Do what must be done. Cleanse our family of wickedness. Stefan is shivering. He replies in an unsteady voice. But Gloria, I can't. Stefan checks himself. I will do my duty to my family, Sir Gregor. Whatever the price, I will pay it. Oh no. Oh no. The crypt is completely silent once more. You are alone again. You see tears glistening on Stefan's face. Without uttering a word, he goes outside. Father clasps his arms firmly around you. You feel him let out a sigh of sorrow and relief. The vigil is over. And now we have the worst relationship with Stefan that we can have in this game. Oof. Oh well. Ugh. That was to be expected, I guess. And now we have a neutral relationship with our father. Ooh, but we have quite a good unity in our family now. Even though it's kinda our relationship to Stefan is not great. Alright. That was good. That was good. Ooh. It has been a month since Sofia left the city on Felipe's urgent orders. You have no idea where she went. Until she returns, the last straw has been playing low. You have had to tend to the print shop all by yourself. Early morning, Father Fuad welcomes you to the print shop. He looks like he was asleep just a moment ago himself. He gets up from his makeshift bed of crates and beckons you closer with a finger. Bronte, I've got something to tell you, young man. So I made my rounds last night, so to speak. I stopped by a few flop houses, hit a few taverns and other dens of iniquity, and I met a young man we could use. Not sure if we can trust him though. His name is Gustav. He told me he comes from Eterna. Says he's on the run from the secret chancellery. He insists he was with the underground there in the capital. The Lotless they're called. Oh, do we know him? They were responsible for that March of the Colors 4 years back. So Gustav tells me all the Lotless were nabbed by secret chancellery spooks after their march. He thinks the Anisot underground could be in danger too. The trouble is, that's all he told me. He's not exactly a trusting fellow. I think one of us ought to talk to him, find out who he is and what he knows. He looks shady if you ask me, but maybe we could use him here. What do you say, young man? You thank Fuad for the information. You will think about how to meet with Gustav yourself. Just give me the word, young man, and I'll set it up. Whoa. Fuad bows, stretches, and walks off to the printing presses. You sigh, trying to steady the furious beating of your heart. Gustav was one of your trusted agents back in Eterna. If he gets too friendly with the last straw in Anisot, your name will come up eventually. You do not think that Gustav ever found out that the Lotless were established on Philippe's order, but still, he knows that you were deeply involved in the march. That alone might be enough for him to dismantle your cover story here in Anisot. You need to deal with this problem as quickly as possible. Let's see. There's a lot of options here. Could lure him into a trap. Or help him escape the city. Or explain. Huh. What do I want to do though? I'm really like I don't know what I want to pick. I don't wanna do the trap thing because I don't want my family reputation to go down anymore. I could help him escape the city, I guess. I'm not sure if I wanna let him know about everything, you know. So I guess I will help him escape the city, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. You ask Father Fiode to arrange the meeting. You have just enough time to get ready. You come to a decrepit shack by the city wall. Your eyes gradually adjust to the darkness as you step inside. You see dirty drapes hanging over a small window. The floor is rotten and creaky. Gustav is sitting on a wooden crate. He is clutching a small meat cleaver. Oh no. Don't use it on me, please. You greet Gustav with a nod. He grips the handle tighter in response. You show him your palms to prove you are unarmed. How is your old comrade in arms doing? You are so happy to see him. Gustav smirks grimly. Yeah, right. I know all about you and the Lotless, so don't try to play games with me. I gotta get out of this city, and you're gonna help me to do it, or I'll tell them how young Sir Brante got the commoners to march back there in the capital. You got a noble family, yeah? They'd be tickled pink, wouldn't they? You ask Gustav to put the weapon down. You are here to help. The nervous man considers your words, then slowly puts the cleaver on the floor. You step closer and offer your old comrade your hand. You have already taken care of everything, you tell him. There is a carriage waiting by the western gate, ready to take him out of Anisot. You struck a bargain with the guards. They will not check him. Inside the carriage is a fresh change of clothes, a prefecture-sealed travel permit, and enough money to disappear anywhere in the Empire. Gustav is at a loss for words. You must have spent a small fortune, Bronte, but I thought you was the one who ratted us out. Gustav is mistaken, you explain. You were just lucky enough to escape Eterna with your life. You are trying to lay low, but you have not forgotten your old friends, and will do whatever you can to help them. Gustav sighs loudly. He slouches forward as the tension leaves his body. For a brief second you notice tears in the corners of his eyes. He wipes them away and smiles sadly. Thank you, Bronte. I see I was wrong now. I wanted to blame somebody, but I pinned it all on the wrong guy. Sorry about that. You won't have any more trouble from me. I'm leaving Magra, and I ain't coming back. Farewell. You never hear from Gustav again. His fate remains a mystery. Alright. Nice. Nice. However, your former associate's sudden appearance leaves a dent in the family coffers. The money you spent saving him was earmarked for emergencies. When the expenditure is discovered, you are unable to offer your family a decent explanation. A long and bitter fight ensues. From now on, no one else can spend the family's funds without father's permission. Oops. The quarrel only heightens the mounting tension at home. You do your best to steer clear of your family. Oops. Eh. I think we're still good. Ooh, now we are 22 years. Ooh. Powder cake. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Oh. Let's see. The air is chilly. The sun has set. You make your way toward the city walls, avoiding busy streets. There, by an old grain warehouse, you have an appointment with Sophia. She wanted to speak to you face to face. Is she afraid of being overheard? She's already there, leaning on the old wall and smoking her pipe. She greets you with a nod. I'm glad you got here quick. Listen up. We've been in Anisot for a while now. I've seen how you handle things with the last straw. I think I can trust you. I need to ask you a favor. It's for the last straw. But Philippe can never find out about it. I need gunpowder, and I need it now. I led you to the stuff, and now I want you to tell me where they're hiding it. You ask Sophia what she needs the gunpowder for. The young woman squints and looks you in the eye. To get people riled up, to start the revolt. Don't expect any details. You know how it goes. The longer the chain, the easier it breaks. You'll find out soon enough. For now, the question is whether you trust me or not. Just give me the gunpowder and keep your trap shut. Think you can handle that? Sure. I trust her. You tell Sophia where the gunpowder is being kept. You draw a map on the ground with the tip of your foot. There is a small mountain ridge half an hour to the east of the south gate. There used to be a quarry there. You stashed the gunpowder in one of the tunnels. Sophia studies your sketch intently, then wipes it away with her foot. I'm glad to see I was right about you. Thanks. When the time comes, I'll be able to help both of us. When she has the gunpowder, Sophia wastes no time. Whoa! That was quick. That escalated quickly. First blast detonates in front of the chancellery. The granite statue of Emperor Uther falls from its pedestal and shatters, strewing rubble across the square. Another blast. A wall of the Inquisition ward falls. Several champions of faith are killed. About a dozen apostates manage to escape in the chaos. A third blast. The bridge over the brine near Anisot collapses. A caravan of Archduke Milanidas' tax collectors are lost in the turbulent waters. This is clearly just the beginning. Sophia is not one to rest on her laurels. The overseer is livid. The prefecture raids manufacturers and mine owners, but cannot find a single superfluous gunpowder keg. The citizens are agitated. Rumors about the bombers run rampant. Some say they are criminals who escaped from the mines. Others are convinced that witches are behind the explosions. There is also a rumor that the explosions were set off by enemies of the Empire. But everyone is equally horrified by the deadly, merciless force of gunpowder. It spares no one. All are equal before it. Nobles die in explosions, just like commoners or clergymen. The fear that has paralyzed the people begins to erode. The commoners are now armed with a weapon capable of destroying an entire army. It does not take them long to come to grips with this. The last straw's ranks continue to swell. Those who had doubts are now free of them. The call for freedom resounds louder and louder in the streets of Anisot. A few powder kegs were enough to shatter the illusion of the Empire's invincibility. Sophia's plan worked. Yay! Alright. Ooh, people are ready for a struggle. Let's see. What's next? Oof. Just a few days into the year, Mayor Egmont, chairman of the Lesser Quorum and owner of several silver mines, made a speech that caused quite a stir in the province. Though a commoner, Egmont had the gall to demand that the Magran authorities both enforce and obey imperial law. What's the use of the imperial laws if they aren't enforced as they should be? Even today, any Anisot nobleman who gets up on the wrong side of the bed can draw his sword and run a commoner through with impunity. These gentlemen may be our rulers, but does that mean they can defy the Emperor's will? Sir Elborn has been appointed to enforce the rule of law in Magra. How come the prefect doesn't see this? We commoners aren't trying to seize the noble lot and take over the province, but the rule of tradition is a thing of the past. This is the age of justice. We may not all be equal in its eyes, but even the nobles and clergy must obey the law. The Magran aristocracy is furious with Egmont and demands that he be silenced. But the rich industrialist has too much money and too many connections to be dealt with so easily. We hear more and more rumors about secret societies of commoners appearing in the city, plotting against noble rule. The gentry fears that Egmont and his peers might be behind this, but they have no proof, at least for now. Father Leonard, abbot of the Temple of the Silver Tree and leader of the New Believers, supports Egmont and has spoken publicly in his favor. The twins themselves entrusted the noble estate with the right to rule over the common folk, but rulers must also care for their subjects. The old faith is mistaken. No commoner should ever be forced to suffer. It is for this very reason that the imperial law exists. It is there to ease the people's suffering. May those laws be duly enforced, and may they serve all the people of the Empire. Alright. I think... Oh god. This does not seem good. But I think I will stop playing this for now. Yeah. Because my voice cannot take too long of this. I can't speak for hours. It's too much for my little voice. Hello, Tomcat. Whoops. So, I'm thinking that I was thinking that I could play something else after this for a little bit. And I'm thinking that I might play Overwatch. Let's see. Because that doesn't require me to that doesn't require me to speak non-stop for hours. Let me update the stream info. Overwatch. Oh, is there an update? Currently playing the Dark Tide thing as a shooter. Ooh. I don't think I know that one. But I think I will take a little break while the game updates. And I will be right back after that. I will also need to take a toilet break in between, so I'm gonna put this on the waiting screen, and then I'll be back with Overwatch. Yeah. See you soon.